Adam and Jen on the move. It's time for our Nathan Avan review. Sure, he's an on-road only van. However, we've taken him on a few corrugations and a ton of dirt roads. Seems to be going okay so far. So let's see if Nathan can handle the dirt as well as the black stuff. So sit back, pour yourself a glass of wine, and enjoy our Nathan Avan review and a little bit of footage of Lucky Bay. Hello and welcome to Adam and Jen on the move. Today we are doing a walkthrough of Nathan, our brand new to us Avan. What sort of an Avan? Just an Avan. 20 foot Nathan. So this is our second trip in it, but this is our long trip. So we thought now's the perfect opportunity to let you know what we think about it, how it's been towing, the whole kit and caboodle, anything we can think of, and some rubbish in between. So
basically, Jen just wants to talk, so I've got to film her talking.
Let's show the inside first. Review of the Nathan Caravan. So, let's just say it right now. We bloody love it. I am in love with Nathan, and I believe Nathan loves me back. So, here is a review of the inside of the caravan. Starting at the door, Adam will show you the door from the outside. It's a big, solid cracker of a door, not like what we're used to. No one's breaking into this sucker, but it can be separated so that the front glass can stick to the outside and you've just got the nice air coming through the very tough, strong mesh. So that's that. Tons of shelving, storage, that kind of thing in the caravan. Even if you come around here, Adam, see, we've even got storage at the front door here for some of your maps, whatever you want to put there. We've just got the Avan information and some of our driving maps, and a sneaky little door under here for my
44 pairs of thongs.
I counted, or Adam counted, 9 pairs of thongs I bought on this trip. Oopsie. So if you've got, you know, just your slippers you want to kick on and off as you're coming in and out, or your 1,000 pairs of thongs, that is a great cupboard. It is also joined at the front down here so that you can access it both ways. So I think that's a really cool feature, hey?
Yeah, works well.
It works well. Works well for me with all my thongs. 3 hooks at the door here and 2 big ones up here, so you've got a ton of hanging space. Of course, I have utilised this with some very important essential features. And this caravan, and I think the Aspires might be the same, it has a really cool aesthetic, useless but looking really nice panel that just breaks it apart from all the wood. They've done it as well over here, so I really like that. They've just put a little bit of care into how the caravan actually looks. So aesthetically, gorgeous. We've got the standard dinette seating. With Nathan, it comes with these drawers that pull out. And I do have cushions, same as the lounge, so that we can sort of lay back and enjoy our monster screen TV. Probably bigger than the one we had at home, but we haven't used it yet. Usually when we go caravanning, we very rarely put the TV on. Unless there's football or some kind of sport, then we'll put it on. But other than that, we generally watch the stars and the fire. Yep. So, great dinette. It's one of your typical fold out ones. Kicks out like that. So super, super handy. I always love to have it back because it just gives me space to access cupboards and things like that. Ton of cupboards. Don't even know how to fill it yet. I think if you were doing long-term traveling, you could fill it quite easily, but when you're just going away for weekenders and things like that, not so much. The other cool feature that Nathan has is this. Like, you can, as you can see, I can rest my coffee and whatnot on these panels. So in the Jayco, basically the cushions were the end of it, so it just dropped off, which is fine. But I tell you what, I use these all the time just for putting stuff on. It's great. Let's talk about the windows. How cool are these windows? So you've got the full block out. I've now worked out how to use these. Completely open to open it. And you've got the complete fly screen. Fantastic. To open the windows, there's just these push-in buttons on either side, and then your actual locks are here. Then you push it all the way out, bring the fly screen down, voila! Now I know anyone that's been caravanning for a long time probably goes, yeah, duh, but for us, the windows in the Jayco were a big problem. The locks kept breaking, they were quite brittle. This is such a hardy, useful system, and to have the option of the block out, the fly screen, or the nothing at all if you're in an area that doesn't have flies is freaking amazing. Love it.
We've got the fly screens up because there are thousands of flies.
There's a ton of flies where we are at the moment, but that's okay. Perfect for an inside review. Not so good for Adam when he does the outside review.
It's all right, I've got a fly net.
All right, now let's get serious about this. Why did we buy Nathan in the first place? Why? We were perfectly happy with the Jayco. There were no issues with it apart from just a bit of aging. I'll tell you why. Because I couldn't do that in the Jayco. No, look at the size of my bathroom. And I did at one stage say that because of the window at the back of the van, which I bloody love, I have sat on the loo and watched the sunset. Once again, because I've got all this bench space, I can even take my coffee or my wine with me and I can just have a comfy sit, even if I'm not doing anything. Check out the view. This morning, I saw the sunrise as I was doing a wee. How cool is that? Here's one odd thing about the bathroom. This feels like I'm at the dentist. So I have this amazing big bench space, which is super cool. And then you've got this little bowl that you kind of got to wash your hands in. And if you don't put the water on full, it just dribbles down the side. So it's so bizarre. So that's one thing that if we could change, we would change that. It's solid porcelain as well, so I don't know whether that's necessary. I know it's more classy, but is it necessary? I don't know. You've got lighting in here as well, so there's a ton of lighting. So, how do they make a 20-foot van seem bigger than 20 foot? I'll tell you how. Like this. That's how far they open. I've got not a very big makeup bag. Try and put things in here, like that's it. That's as far as it goes. So squishing that in there and putting that in. So we've got 3 of those cute little, look, tiny little drawers. Tiny little drawers. Look. So I guess they've skimped a little bit on the size of the drawers. The cupboard space, yeah. Cupboard space is not too bad at all actually, but thank God there's plenty of cupboard space because it's really difficult to get anything in those drawers. The other thing they don't have in the Nathan is a toilet roll holder, which is quite odd. I mean, you've got all this shelving, which is great, but no toilet roll holder, so we just have to tuck it in a shelf there, and that'll have to do. But yeah, brilliant. Ton of cupboards, really happy with that. Love the amount of bench space that we have. Love the fact that this is a solid door. So the Avan comes with a solid door and a very firm lock up here. If you want to come around here, you can see that. So super lock in solid. This door's not going anywhere for travel. The size of the shower is amazing. And this, oh, why don't all caravans come with that? A seat or a leg rest for when you're shaving your legs. Amazing. Heaps and heaps of shelving in here. The size of the shower is perfect. Cannot complain about that at all. I always just put our dirty laundry in there during the day to keep it out of the way. So bloody love this, bloody love it. Kitchen is awesome. Love the kitchen. For us, we are used to an oven. Now I know most people don't cook with ovens, but we do, because we just like to do like roast chicken and veggies and things like that. Whack them in the oven, then we can go out by the fire with a glass of wine and a beer and not have to worry about dinner. It's doing it, it's cooking. So we do miss no oven, but what we got instead is a nice big pot drawer. Big enough, not big enough so that I can actually put my pans in a nice rack. Big enough. The kitchen is amazing. The wine cupboard is amazing, and as a bonus it fits 2 bottles in. So I should be well and truly hydrated for the trip. Add a cute little light as well. The pantry, oh my god. Look at how big this pantry is. How good is that? It's a double slide out hooky system, so it's hard to just open accidentally. We've taken it on some rough corrugated roads and this puppy didn't pop open. Soft close, Bob's. Double fridge freezer. Love that. So this is the first time for us that we've had a separate freezer, and just love it. Big, beautiful fridge. Super happy with that. No issues there. Maybe a little bit clunky the way the fridge opens, but it does have a good feature of when you're traveling. It's got a hook down here and you just click it in, it pushes the fridge in, and that puppy won't open when you're driving. So that's actually a very, very good feature. Love the fridge. Massive storage cupboard up here. Huge. Don't know what to put in it yet, but if I get my oven, I'll put my pots up here. Air conditioning unit, brand spanking new, looks fantastic. As I mentioned, ton of cupboards, ton of cupboards. No issues with those, and they fit your plates and things super easily. Go to Kmart, get yourself some of these puppies and everything will sit nicely. Your usual exhaust light situation, perfect, all good. There we have our stovetop, beautiful. 3 gas burner, 1 electric. This load system here, this is the power bank of the caravan. Press load, it brings up all the details for you. I don't know whether you can see it, but it's showing our 50% water usage. So we have 2 tanks in the caravan, but it shows them combined, showing that we have 91% of power, 5.2 amps coming in, and the temperature outside is a balmy 26 degrees. Perfect. As I mentioned to you, big screen TV, love that. It comes off. Good amount of drawers. Top drawer's got this cute little extra, so that's nice. So you can fill it up. Again, we've got the Billy gets in the way with that. Got some under storage there, and once again, pull this out. Pop that on, and ta-da! You got a theatre room. So, situation under the bed. I'll get Adam to lift that for you. Oopsie. Heaps of space under the bed. And with this particular caravan, the tunnel boot is actually open to under the bed. I haven't decided yet whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, so Adam will slide the barbecue in there later, so it's actually sitting there. That's perfect. It's a full-size queen bed in the Nathan 20-foot van. Perfectly big enough for us. Obviously we're not very big. So down here, that is the barbecue, or where the barbecue is, and I just get this cute little undie drawer. So again, not sure about that yet. I think it's okay. I don't think it's a problem, but it's a minor if it is. Hanging space in the cupboards, I love that. Adam not so thrilled, he'd prefer shelves, but that's okay. But once again, like the bathroom, these cupboards are tiny, so you've got to like fold your tops into quarters for them to fit. So everything's super snug in there. So not a great stack of storage space up here, but there's enough everywhere else. Not an issue. Beautiful, small, but plenty of air and breeze coming through from the front window. We've got the lights, reading lights here. They're everywhere. Got a ton of these. What they don't have are 12 volt sockets. So I've gone and bought myself a fantastic 12 volt warm blanket that plugs in. Can't plug it anywhere. Not outside, not inside, there's no plugins. Anyway, that's just an odd thing. An extension table here. What I used this morning for this was, I had my brekkie dishes, may have had my dinner dishes as well, because we only wash once a day to conserve water. I'm able to put my dirty dishes here, and that way it still gives me the full sink and kitchen bench area for prep. That's cute. Adam gets some shelving over here on his side. I get a fairly useless cupboard, but that's okay. And more of that funky design. I love this. How cool is this? Just lights everywhere, dude. It's crazy. Big, beautiful air vent over the bed. And it's fully lit up here. Obviously, everything lights up in this caravan. Just, what do you call that? It's not elevated, but it's separated from the roof. So it's just, it's gorgeous. Completely useless, but gorgeous. So, I think that is the internal caravan walkthrough review of Nathan. What do we think? We bloody love it. But yeah, Nathan's beautiful. We're very, very happy with the purchase. I reckon we're going to have this caravan for 10 years or more and have amazing memories in it. Thanks for watching. Here's the outside.
Hello. I'll give you a walk around the outside of Nathan. Nathan's a 609. Don't know what that means, but anyway, that's what it is. Jen mentioned the door before, so I'll quickly show you the door. This is what she meant. It's a glass door. You can open it up there and pull the glass aside, so you've still got this beautiful screen, and you get nice airflow and keep all these pesky flies away so they don't get inside the van, and they're driving me nuts. But anyway, there's a lot of chatter on Facebook Avan sites. Some people seem to hate it, others seem to love it. I can't really give a review of it yet. We've only just, this is what, our second trip or third trip really, so
yeah, and it's worked absolutely fine.
Yeah, I think it's just different at this stage, so I won't review it yet. It's working, but
yeah, I'll
wait until we've used it more to give you a better idea of it. One of the little optional extras that they've done is given us this little picnic table. So I do know that that's an optional extra. That comes out. What we don't have, as Jen mentioned, we don't have a 12 volt socket out here. We've just got the 10 amp to 40 volt option. What he also did as an optional extra is he's put this little gas bayonet in here, and that comes in super handy for our barbecue. Our old van, we had two gas bayonets, one at the front, one at the rear, and they were underneath. They were a little tricky to get to, but they still work the treat. I like that. That's nice and neat, and you know, aesthetics please Jen, so that's always good. We've got our little tunnel boot here. As Jen mentioned, that goes straight underneath the bed, so I can access that from under the bed. Yeah, so
and it's a push button system, eh?
That's a good thing, yeah. Very nice. What we were looking for in the Jayco was, I was going to get a toolbox. I was looking for a toolbox because just somewhere to store all your wet hoses and, you know, rugs, all that shit that gets dirty and messy. This comes with a front little boot, and I can put all my hoses and crap in there. Comes with a light. He did opt for a longer drawbar, and he's put this little stainless steel bench on there, which I think he used to house his barbecue on it, and he used to strap it down as he was driving. I'm not a big fan of that, so I'm not sure what to do with it yet, but it's come in super handy at the moment for when I am setting up. I've just got somewhere to store my hoses and my hammer and my drill
or anything,
chocks and all that sort of stuff. This is an optional extra. The Nathan comes with two 4.5 kilo gas bottles. He's opted for two 9 kilo gas bottles, and I'm so glad he did, because I just don't think 4.5 if you're camping off grid's enough. I think the 9 kilos are magic. We haven't gone through this yet. Inside as well, so far, full tank, it's
we
amazing.
use gas for everything,
Yeah,
don't we? The
gas for
fridge
the
is
fridge.
on gas.
I think this was an optional extra. So this is like kind of similar to your DO35s and DO45 hitches, only it's not a pin drop one. It's just the same 50 mil ball joint on it, and
It's good. It meant we didn't have to change anything on the car.
yeah, and you know, look, it's supposed to stop you if you do happen to have a rollover. It's supposed to stop the van taking the car over. Let's hope we never have to test that out.
Well, it's got the anti-sway.
It's got this anti-sway system on it, which we've got hooked up to the car. I've never had that before. I think all new vans come with that these days anyway. What else has he got?
Outside tap.
Oh, I tell you what, this is an optional extra. And I thought, what a waste. But this thing is magic. I've changed my mind completely. This is an outdoor shower. Hot and cold water
as well.
shower. Yeah. So, as I said, we're running off gas. There's a little switch inside. You can flick on that, and that heats your water up in about 15 minutes, if that. And this is magic. Come off the beach, you've got hot water if you want it. You can shower, hose down your feet before you get in the van. Great little optional extra.
Suppose you haven't got the key for that, have you?
I don't have the key for that. It's inside the van. And just like that, I've got the key. So, this, as I said, I've changed my mind on this.
Oh,
Little, perfect little shower. Hot and cold water. It's magic. Haven't got the water turned on. But anyway, you get the idea. I forgot to show you this as well. This is where you keep your electricity. So when we're hooked up to power, it's already hooked up to the van.
oh,
Yeah.
and it's neatly tucked away.
Yeah, so you don't have to unroll all your extension leads and then plug it in. It's already done, which is really cool.
Oh, is
Now
that
the key for it. This is your water fill station. Yeah, so you just obviously mains water, and then this to fill up your van fills both tanks at once. I don't know if this was an optional extra, but he's got a point down here. Don't know if you can see it, where you can fill both tanks from that as well, and that stops any air bubbles coming into it. So you fill from the top, you can get some air bubbles in it. You put your hose straight on there and pump it in from the bottom. Apparently it takes rid of all the air bubbles, but we haven't had any issue with that just yet. So
What's the suspension down there while we're...
your suspension is just your
Leaf spring?
standard leaf spring. Yeah, this isn't an off-road van, so it's an on-road van. We found with the Jayco, it also had leaf springs, so I don't think taking this van is going to be any different than taking the Jayco. We can probably, I think anyway, take it everywhere we've taken the Jayco. So
We're starting to see benefits already to an on-road van anyway, aren't we, with how it sits on the
it
road?
just seems to sit a bit more comfortable behind the car,
Bit
like a little
lower.
bit lower. Yeah, I think a low centre of gravity makes it tow a little better. Yeah.
Just the rear of the van, stock standard, except with a window.
Oh, this was an optional extra.
You got your reversing camera, or sorry, your rear camera up there, which works an absolute treat.
Yeah, wireless too, which is really good. No wiring involved. You just plug it into your 12-volt socket in your car. It's magic.
Bloody beautiful. So,
Anyway, we're going to escape these flies.
What do we think? We love it.
Yeah.
Love Nathan. So that's our review on the Nathan 20-foot A-van. A great, great on-road van.
Get busy living.